Welcome back to the Delaware Way. We continue our conversation with State Representative Earl Jacques. I want to talk about the funding for a moment. You have a lot of people that move to Delaware specifically because of the taxes. And many of them are retirees.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them coming from New Jersey where they aren't as friendly to retirees. They sometimes don't want to pay more taxes, and they certainly don't want to pay for schools because they have no kids in the schools. Is that a problem you're running into?
Yes, that is a problem, and I think one of the ways to address it, all our surrounding states, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, all allow their school district to raise operational money without a referendum. We should allow school districts to raise the money without a referendum for operational thing. Now, capital buildings and renovating schools and all that has to be a referendum. That's a whole different world. But for operational costs, it would be really good to be able to allow school districts to raise it when they need it.
I was taken by what you said about school bus drivers, and that it's hard to get them because we're not paying them enough. Right. And there was a story this week about Christiana Care raising their minimum wage to $15. Amazon in the state raised, and across the country, raised its minimum wage to $15. Many states are looking at raising their minimum wage to $15. How about Delaware?
That has come up several times in the legislature. I don't know where we are on that exactly because it's not an area that I have my handle on. But we do need to make sure that people have a livable wage.
What should be the wage for school bus drivers, for instance?
Right now, it's pretty low. Right now, you can deliver pizzas for more money than you can deliver children to schools, and that's pretty bad.
It is amazing because they're carrying
the responsibility they
precious
have.
Cargo.
Plus, they have to pass a lot of tests. You know what I mean? You have to have a CDL license. You have drug testing. You have all those things that are required as a school bus driver. So
I'm going to get to another area that I'm assuming is not your area of expertise either, but you were going to vote on it, I would think, again sometime in the near future, and that is legalized recreational marijuana. It's just passed in New Jersey. And there are some stories out of New Jersey that saying that surrounding states are now going to be quick to try to legalize marijuana as well, just to be competitive and because they don't want people going over the bridges.
Like we did with sports betting.
To get marijuana.
Delaware's first. Now everybody's going to copy us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And so they're saying the same thing's going to happen with New Jersey. So do you see it being fast-tracked in Delaware now?
I think it's coming. I don't know how soon it'll come, but it will be coming. The previous bill actually set up two new agencies with secretaries, 28 state employees with full benefits, all kinds of equipment and all that. So really, there were some issues there. It didn't make sense at the time, but our budget wasn't
an entire
strong.
Bureaucracy around it.
Yeah, it had a whole bunch of stuff.
Was it all needed?
They said it was. I wasn't an expert in that area. I'm not an expert in that area, but it's one of those things that we have to talk about. Maybe there's a way to do it better, and hopefully when they come again, and they will, they'll have a better plan.
Does the state, and I'll end with this, does the state need to come up with better sources of income? You talked about needing money for certain things. And it seems like the state is relying on income that may not always be there, on the franchise fees and the unclaimed funds. And it seems like they need a more consistent source of income.
Yes, we've had some talk about income tax. About establishing some other tax brackets. Like, our top tax bracket is like $60,000. There's people making a lot more money than that maybe we should be looking at those brackets. I think Representative Kowalko from Newark has looked at that extensively, and I think he'll be bringing legislation forward that will add some tax brackets on there.
Do you think we need to do something, though?
I think we need to make sure we have the proper income because abandoned property money is always questionable about that. We've been taken to court several times, the state, over that issue. So, I don't know if that's going to be a consistent funding mechanism,
Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Again, congratulations on your overwhelming reelection. And also, it's wonderful what you're doing with the lead paint. So good luck with that legislation. State Representative Earl Jacques from the 27th District, which is in Glasgow. Delaware Way continues right after this.